Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We got a mining network video here for you today, and I don't do many of these, but there's a significant drop that's happening today. And I usually don't cover these reoccurring drops. So if you're familiar with mining network, every 2 weeks they drop a new class of their ASIC miners. Today they're actually going to be dropping class 10 of the ASIC miners, and there's a reason that this one's a little bit different than other reoccurring drops, because there's a significant increase in this that I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of, and it's going to, I think, have a slight change to the power of the game itself. Before we jump into that, I did want to put a public service announcement out there, since there's a lot of confusion in the mining network Discord around the tech ASICs. If you go into your tech ASIC, you have the option to boost. If you click on boost, you can add BTK to it, and it will increase the power. For example, I'm not actually going to add this, but if I wanted to go ahead and add 100 BTK in there, it would boost mine from 2.5 to 2.58. It's not a huge increase, but it does boost the overall power. So if I go ahead and do all 270 of my BTK in there, it boosts it up to 2.7. Now that's significant if you continue to stake BTK in there, but the confusion that's happening right now is if you stake BTK in there, you do have the option to take it out. The only issue is if you take it out, it burns the tech ASIC. There's been some confusion where the initial announcement made you aware of that, and then they made a separate announcement that caused some confusion that said it won't impact things. So I just wanted to make sure everyone that's in mining network, if you have a tech ASIC and you do boost it with BTK to give it a higher multiplier, if you decide to take that out, it will burn your tech ASIC. And that's significant because some of these tech ASICs, for example, the rare one here I checked earlier is 36,000 wax. So you are losing that, plus you're losing the multiplier. So please make sure that if you do put BTK in there, you want to, and you have no interest in the near future of pulling it out, because it will burn it. So I wanted to make sure that we did cover that in today's video. Now let's talk about the significance of the class 10 ASICs that is dropping here at 4 p.m. UTC. My time is noon Eastern. It will be for 50 BTK, which is the normal price for these packs, and it'll be a class 10. The chance of rarities is the same, so everything is the same as far as the drop goes. The reason it's significant is normally between these class drops, depending on your rarity and your level, it could go up by a certain amount, but it's significant, but minimal considering the 2 week jump. So it's nothing game changing from jumping to a class 8 level 179 ASIC to a class 9. For example, let me go ahead and give you a quick example here. I'll jump back over to mining network, and we're going to use the mining calculator as far as this goes. Let's say we have a class 8, and the rarity is, we'll just do a rare. Rare. So if I have level 179 in class 8, it is a 47,000 shares per second. But if I go ahead up to a class 9, let's go ahead and clear that off. Class 9, it goes from 47 to 71. So it's about a 25,000 change. Now, if I go with the same level, same rarity from class 9 to class 10, we're going to see a huge boost here. So remember, 71.5 thousand, but if I go ahead and change that to a class 10, it goes up to 214,000 shares per second. Instead of that 25,000 jump, we have much bigger, doing the math, about 135,000 shares per second jump. That is significant. And what you're also going to notice, if I go to class 11 here, it jumps up another 100,000. So the jumps between classes, starting with class 10, is going to be significant. So if you're sitting there holding class 7s or class 6 or whatever classes you have that are lower than class 10, you're going to start falling further and further and further behind. So what you'll want to do is make sure that you go ahead and blend if you can. Again, this is not financial advice. This is totally up to you, what you do and what's best for your situation. But if you want to keep up, not necessarily keep up with the leaderboards, but keep up with the production rate of shares and BTK conversion rate, you need to be willing to go ahead and do these upgrades that are going to be happening in the classes. My current situation, let's jump over to my current miners. Right now, I have 2 epics that are lower classes. We have a 7 class and we have an 8 class. Those I'm not going to upgrade because it costs too much to go ahead and buy another epic. What I did do is I sold a few of my other epics and grabbed a number of class 9 rares. They were cheap when I bought them. And I upgraded them to 179, this one 181. And what I'm going to do as soon as 4 p.m. UTC rolls around, I'm going to go ahead and blend these into class 10s. That's going to boost them up quite significantly. I also have enough to buy 5 additional ASIC miners, class 10. So I am ready for this jump. I wanted to make sure that you know that this is happening. So if you're confused and you see this, the total rate, that's the total rate of all ASICs and all players, jump up significantly over the next week. You know why? It's because of class 10 and it's going to continue to jump up. So if you want to keep up, you got to go ahead and jump up to the next class. That's one of the good things and one of the bad things about this game. So be aware of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to fast forward ahead 2 hours for when this drops. And what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and grab 5 packs. We'll open them together. Hopefully I can get an epic or a legendary in there. I doubt it. It'll probably be mostly commons, maybe a rare. But hopefully we get something good. I wanted to do a pack opening since I'm doing 5. This is probably the biggest pack opening that I've done for Mining Network. In addition to that, we'll go ahead and do the blend so I can show you how to do blends if you're not familiar with that process. All right, it's going to be a few seconds for you, but it's going to be a few minutes for me. So let's go ahead and jump forward. All right, we are back. It is now noon my time, 4 p.m. UTC time. So I did just double check and it looks like, yep, it is available, the class 10. So I'm going to do multiple things here. Let's go ahead first as a group. As you see, I have 270 BTK. So we'll buy 5 of these and I have 20 BTK left over to blend some of the other ones so I can show you blending too. So let's go ahead and buy. So we're going to buy each of them. Hopefully it goes pretty quickly so I don't bore you too much. Just bought 1. Bought 2. It's that simple. Just if you're not familiar with this, what they do is they just update the packs up here in the pack shop. That's the way you purchase them, and you purchase them with in-game tokens, which means the class 9 will no longer be available in game. It's only available secondary market. What will happen is this will be available for 2 weeks, and then they'll go ahead and most likely switch it to class 11 like they've been doing every 2 weeks. So there we go. I need one more. So I think I need one more and then I'll have 5. So let's hope I get a little lucky on this. Hopefully I get a lot lucky. And I don't just get all commons because that would suck. All right, so we went ahead. We have 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the packs first. All 5 because I'm excited to see what we got on those. So we have all 5 level 0. And then we'll go ahead and blend. Actually, let's keep some suspense. Let's go ahead and blend first. Going to go ahead because I have 2 currently staked in my Tech ASIC. So we're going to go ahead and detach those. These 2 are going to get blended together. So let's detach those here quickly. And there we go. Now we only have 2 in there. So I did, just so you're aware, I did have 928,000 per second was my rate. It's dropped now that I pulled them out of the Tech ASIC. So let's go ahead over to the blender. All right, let's go ahead and refresh. I should have. All right, so it is not giving you the option to go ahead and blend these yet. So I'm going to have to come back to that here in a minute. But so let's go ahead and unpack for now. I'm going to unpack the first one. So let's hope we get epics or legendaries or gold. That'd be awesome, but I highly doubt that'll happen. Looks like I got a common, and I'm expecting to get a whole lot of commons. So, but I would love to get one of the higher tier out of this. I think that would be great to come away with that. And if while we're waiting for these to go, I do have 145 billion shares saved from the last. Oh, we got a rare. There we go. That's a little higher. That's good. For the last couple days, just kind of setting aside to go ahead and level the higher ones up as soon as I get them. So that's good. I'm glad I was able to at least get a rare. Hopefully we can get another rare or a higher. I think that would be a successful pull. Got another common. Kind of expected those. All right, so we're going to have two more. I'm expecting two more commons, but would love to see something higher. The good news about that is I can go ahead and blend those the next time around, but let's hope for something higher. Let's epic or legendary. Epic or legendary. Let's go. Ooh. Painful. Another common. All right. Looks like this is not going to be a fun one. It's kind of what I predicted. All commons and one rare so far. Hopefully we can get something higher this time. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We went ahead and got an epic. I would have loved a legendary, but I am super happy to get an epic here. So let's go ahead and grab that. So we'll use those. That'll actually be the first one to level up. I'll go ahead and level up the rare also probably at the same time. So, but that's great. I am so glad I got that. That helps out. That makes it at least all worth it because those are going to be expensive. Let's go back to the blender. It looks like I should have them available. These guys should be available to blend, but it looks like the blend may not be in there yet. So let's go ahead. Let's do a hard refresh. See if the blending is still not there. So I may jump back in here shortly to do another part of that, but you saw the pack openings. We got lucky. We got an epic and we got a rare. The rest are commons. Again, it's 70% chance of getting commons. So I'm not sad about that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is stake all of them. That's why I'm an idiot. The reason that these weren't coming up in the blenders is because I never unstaked them. So let's go ahead and unstake them and go through that whole process. Sorry. I bet there's some people that are watching this video like, you're an idiot, Warrior Lion. So now that we're unstaking those, and now that we're unstaking those, let's go ahead and refresh one more time, and they should be in the blender now. Sorry for the silly moment there. Just double checking. All right, and then I'm missing one right now, so let's grab that. I thought I unstaked you. And then we'll go ahead and blend them together and see what kind of rate that we get out of this. So they're all class 9s, all rares. Going to go ahead and do is 179, which is going to bring me up to, looks like a class 175. So actually, it's funny because I actually get moved back in levels because the rates are much higher. But I get a huge boost. So I'm happy with that. It's going to cost me 10 BTK. I increased my power by 33.5, which is great. I'll take that. And then it's still within range that I could level it up pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and blend those. And these blends are going to go right back into my tech ASIC. So I can really start producing more and more as I level up the new ones that I got. And then we'll swap them out with some of them. So let's check out the level 81 mixed with the 79. So it does move up one level, but still it's an increase of 35,000. So I'll take that. And then what we'll do before we close out this video is we'll go ahead and put these back in the tech asics and see what my overall rate was. Before I took these out, my rate was 928,000. So I expect this to jump up considerably. Why did they not show? Let's try it again. Attach. So we are waiting. Oh, and I did it again. Let's go ahead and actually stake all of these. Sorry, I think I would know this by now. I've done this about 20 times, just getting ready for this event. So, all right, so those are all staked now. Now we can go ahead and add them to the tech ASIC. All right, there we go. So let's go down here. We're going to add the 176. Again, remember, prior to this, I had 928,000 per second. Wow, it's going to jump. Just that alone jumps up to 463, or it's total of 463. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the next one, and that's going to be a big jump too. So let's attach those. We'll go ahead and refresh. Right now I'm at 1.3 million shares per second, which is crazy. What I'm going to do is I'll level up the new ASICs, especially the Epic and the Rare, and then that'll allow me to jump up even further because I'll replace these because they'll be even higher. So for those of you that are grabbing these Class 10 packs, good luck. I wish you all the luck, and hopefully you get lucky. Hopefully you get legendaries, maybe a gold in there. I got an Epic, so I'm happy with what I got out of 5. And I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.